is novice? Novice wants to learn how to put on a shirt. But where does she begin? To do this in the most effective and efficient way, she will need to undertake deliberate practice. What is deliberate practice? I'm glad you asked. Deliberate practice is the concept of expert practice. Many people know that to learn a skill, one must practice. However, research shows that the quality of your practice is just as important as the quantity. Researchers Erickson and Poole broke down the concept of deliberate practice into these 6 key features on the slide: expert-determined best practice, specific goals, pushing achievement boundaries, full attention, quality feedback, and good instructors. As you can see, deliberate practice begins with an expert's opinion on how to learn the skill. Novice will need to find an expert. But wait! How do you know they're an expert? Someone simply saying they're an expert doesn't make them so. And there have been many so-called experts who ended up being fake. For example, one study by Hodgson had wine experts judge wine samples at the California State Fair wine competition over a period of 4 years. Each panel of judges would be presented with their usual flight of samples to sip, but some wines would be presented to the panel multiple times, poured from the same bottle each time. Hodgson found that only about 10% of judges were consistent, and those judges who were consistent one year were ordinary the next year. A wine deemed to be a good 90 would be rated as an acceptable 86 by the same judge minutes later, and then an excellent 94. Besides, what even is the definition of an expert anyway, guys? For years, many have argued about this, and several definitions have cropped up. According to the Oxford Dictionary, an expert is practiced, skillful, and well-informed. According to the Law Dictionary, an expert is a person having skill or experience or particular knowledge on certain subjects or in certain professions.
Hello, my name is Michael Eisnick. I have written and co-written many publications on memory function and attentional mechanisms. These definitions of expertise are far too circular. In many areas, expertise is defined by peer review, which can lend itself to circularity. Not to mention, experience doesn't always guarantee expertise. Hello, I'm Kay Anders Erickson. You may know me as an exceptional and internationally recognized researcher in the nature of expertise. I define an expert as someone who is able to produce a consistent performance on demand over a range of tasks that are representative of a domain.
As you can see, there are many different definitions of expertise, but the latter two make it easier to operationalize expertise and turn it into something measurable. However, this is easier said than done, especially in some domains. How can we ensure an expert's expertise is sufficiently genuine to allow you to enact deliberate practice? One key property is that an expert's representation is very specific to the domain in question. When recruiting an expert for assistance in deliberate practice, it is important to note how much expertise that expert has in the specific field of learning. For novice, not just any old expert will do. She needs an expert who has considerable amount of knowledge in the field of putting on a shirt to really gain the benefits of learning from an expert. Good work, novice. Now you can venture out into the world with expert knowledge in how to put on a shirt. Finally.